please visit visionboardmax.com.
Hey everybody, Frank Kern here, and today I want to talk to you about something that's a little unusual, I guess, for an internet marketing, a video. And that's a very powerful strategy that doesn't rely on copy, doesn't rely on selling, doesn't rely on Google or AdWords. In fact, it's all about stuff that's right here between your ears. And it's a strategy and I guess a practice of, we'll call it visualization, for lack of a better word. And I'll have to tell you, I had a little bit of trepidation about making this video for you, but I've used visualization in my own life, in my own business, with such extremely surprisingly good results. Extremely surprisingly good results. I did that for my grammar teacher in 8th grade, which is, that was for you, I keep getting results from this over and over again, so I'm just going to go out on a limb and talk to you about it. And recently, I met Ryan Higgins from Australia, part of the traveling band of visualization experts. Ryan and his partners are currently traveling all over the world teaching this stuff. And you've got some ways to really expand on the whole technique of visualization and make it easier and less like esoteric and sort of weird. So without more rambling from me, since you're the expert on this, I just enjoy the fruits of all the stuff that he knows, really. Tell us a little bit about your story and some of the things that you've experienced as a result of
Okay, so it's my turn to ramble now, is it?
It's your turn. Yeah, we can have a rambling contest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, yeah, like Frank said, I understood that visualization was important, but I was just terrible at it. I found it boring. I didn't set aside the time to do it. And I guess the journey just started for me with, I was just really trying to get ahead. I was working in a factory. I used to get up at 4 a.m. every morning and go to this job that I hated. And I'd do the 8 9 hours there. And then I'd come home and try and start a business. And I'd jump online, or I'd do some things. I imported some things. I became an expert at running businesses into the ground. I'd go to work. I'd go to a job.
It's not as easy as it looks, really. I mean, it takes a little bit of effort to run one completely into the ground. You can fail easily, but to really just level it, you've got to get in there and really start screwing up.
I had this good strategy of going to work in the morning and coming home and then losing it all in the business at night.
Oh, good. Okay.
It was a good use of my time, I thought.
You have to pay so many taxes.
There you go. I did, and I'm ashamed to say, I did this for years, and it really started taxing my self-esteem. I tried this for years. I wasn't trying to, make $1 billion. I wasn't doing it too hard. I just wanted to get ahead. So, when I paid my groceries and paid my bills, I wasn't scared the credit card was going to get snapped up in front of my face. I guess I did this, and with all these trying and failing with businesses, something became very apparent to me that I believed that the problem was completely internal. I thought that there's some reason I am not allowing money to come to me, and for some reason there's some part of me that says I'm not ready to be in the financial position that I thought I wanted. And so I started investigating things like visualization and mindset and stuff like that. And I came across the law of attraction, and made famous by the DVD The Secret, and that was on Oprah and all that sort of thing. And so I thought, okay, I need to start visualizing again. I started to visualize, and I cut out pictures in magazines, and I put up things. I started saying affirmations and stuff like that, but it didn't feel cool. Just felt like I was...
It's the kind of thing you don't want anyone to find out.
Exactly.
Put this thing up here behind the picture, and then move the picture and look at the visualization point. It's not like slide. I know exactly what you mean, because it's kind of hinky. To me, it's like,
Well, it's exactly the same trepidation you had about doing this movie.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, okay, I'm visualized, but I'm a little bit incongruent about it.
Right.
How can it be cool and how can it be fun? And so I was searching around YouTube one day, and I saw something that looked pretty cool. I was like, that would motivate me. And I got the idea in my head. I thought, I'm going to make a movie about what I want my life to look like.
Right.
And I did that. It was around about the 15th of December in 2006. And I made this movie, and I cruised the internet for some pictures, and I downloaded all these cool pictures of things I wanted, and I wrote out all these affirmations, and I put this together in a bit of a collage in what I later called a mind movie. But I did this mind movie in, like I said, December 2006, And I'd gone from years of struggle and financial stress and credit cards being maxed out. In fact, I think at the time I had $70,000 in debt, in credit card and personal loan debt, which was just killing me. It was not a good place to be. I was in a world of hurt. But then I made this mind movie, and what it is, I watched this movie every day. I put this cool soundtrack to it, and it just turned out really cool. I started showing it to people, and they were like, hey, that's just cool. Can you teach me how to make one and all this sort of thing? And the core of this was that I wanted to achieve my dream. I wanted to be financially free. I wanted to be a successful entrepreneur. I wanted to give away that job. That was the main thing. If I could give away that job, I was like, that's a big tick off. Okay, I've achieved that very important goal. And from being, in this mountain of debt, within 90 days of making that my first mind movie, I had achieved all the things in it. It's financially free.
Right.
I fired my boss. That was, without question, the highlight of my life to date. That was very, very cool.
You send them like interviews like this and go, I just want you to see this.
Here's me, I travel around the world now, and I just cruise from different continents. And
if you ever need any help at the warehouse, you can try to call me.
Put an ad in this paper, because I'm not exactly. So that was it. That was this big transformation. And I have to admit, I'd love to say I put this, I pulled out the equations and I did all this, physics stuff, and there's some formula behind this mind movie.
Right.
But I just bumbled into it. I thought, that looks cool. Mm-hmm. I know visualization works. There's just no doubt about that. I mean, with references off like The Secret and all the celebrities, and you watch a champion athlete.
Yeah, I was about to say,
What do they do? They're at the starting line. What do? They're chatting to each other and talking about what they're going to do tomorrow? No, they are all laser focused, and they're visualizing themselves winning that race. Every single successful champion athlete does that. There is no question that visualization works. I knew that bit. I just didn't know how to do it, so it was cool. So I thought I'd try this, and the results have just blown me away. And as I've gone through sort of over the last 12, 18 months, I've just escalated that, and I've just started attracting bigger, cooler things into my life, like better experiences, and it's become easier and easier. And I've noticed the cycle has gotten shorter of how long it takes me to manifest. I fired my boss, which at the time when I made my mind movie was really unbelievable.
That was like 90% of what the movie was about.
Exactly.
It was like you with the Donald Trump, you're fired with your head pasted on him or something, like, you're fired.
Exactly. So, but that took 90 days. Now, I'm at a point where when I put something in a mind movie, it's about 2 to 4 weeks, and I have it.
I believe you, right? Obviously, because I've had a similar experience. We can talk about that in a minute. But why do you think that's happening? What could possibly be it? Because from a devil's advocate point of view, I'd be watching this and be going, okay, this dude is telling me I just make this little movie thing, and have pictures and stuff, and then blam, all my dreams come true, and I'd be like, I ain't buying it.
Yeah.
This is too hokey. So what do you think's going on there that's making that whole deal come together?
I think there's definitely a couple of components, and I think the first one is that every single idea, this couch, this house, everything we see, it was an image in someone's mind first. Mm-hmm. In order for it to be created and enter the physical world, someone had to conceive it, they then had to go away and build it. And I believe that on a physical level and on an energetic level, that we all vibrate at a certain level. And when we hold certain pictures and images in our mind, we resonate that frequency. And everything has a frequency. It's measurable by science. This couch is emitting a frequency, and we can actually measure that. And when you get this level of vibration, and you hold this picture of your goals in your mind, and you become that person, the universe just starts delivering everything you need, the tools and the resources, the money, to achieve anything. And the speed with which it does it, that's the part that blows me away. It just comes to you in a flash.
For part 2, go to visionboardbacks.com.